Hello everyone, this is Manohar Reddy, Department of Cybersecurity, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. Today I am going to explain you the concept of secure socket layer. Secure socket layer. So generally we are having different types of services to provide the security on the web as well as system. So in the websites or different types of domains, we are having a different security service called as secure socket layer. So SSL is one type of service which is provided a secure service to the websites or domains. So here the SSL is an abbreviation used for secure socket layers. Secure socket layers, and it is an encryption technology. It is an encryption technology that keeps sensitive data between web servers and web browsers. Web servers and web browsers. So in between them, it keeps the sensitive data in both a secure way as well as private way. It provides a secure way as well as private way. That is nothing but both confidentiality and a security way. So SSL may also called as TLS. SSL may also called as TLS, that is nothing but Transport Layer Security Protocol. Transport Layer Security Protocol. And these protocols rely on certificates that provide an assurance to the user about the identity of the website they are communicating with. So usually all the domains having the information, all the websites having the information. So to each and every websites about the identity, these protocols are providing a certificate assurance. These protocols are providing a certificate assurance for the identity of the websites. And once you enable SSL, your website will use HTTPS. So instead of HTTP protocol, the website will use HTTPS. That means HTTP protocol with security instead of HTTP. And you will also see a padlock sign text. So the symbol is like what? So the symbol is like this. So this is nothing but padlock sign next to your website address in the browser to show that it is secure. This padlock indicates that your website is to be secure. And we should be aware that Google Chrome and other web browsers show non-SSL websites as not secure. So some of the web browsers like Google Chrome and other Opera, some Mozilla Firefox, some of the different types of web browsers are showing that non-SSL websites as not secure. That means the browsers displays that with the help of these symbols that displays some of the websites are not secure. And this means that if you are not using an SSL certificate on your website, then you can lose your customers' trust. So until and unless the website has not authenticated, our website is not secured, our website is not certified, then the customer's trust has to be gone. For the websites or domains hoster. So here you can observe that this is one browser, and that browser indicates that one of the website greekant.myspaces.info, and which indicates that the website is not having a padlock sign. That indicates that the website is not secure. So as a website visitor, I am the website visitor. I am going to proceed with the extreme caution on websites that have not secure label. So I recommend that you don't give them any personal information. So if you found that any websites are not secure, means Just don't trust that websites, and that websites are going to be having all the data of yours, all the data of your going to be stored. So at that moment, what you have to do? Simply you have to leave that website. Simply you have to leave that website. You don't want to surf that website for giving the information as part of the filling the forms, as part of the login the forms. So don't use that whenever you found that type of websites are not secure. And the sites that use SSL will display a padlock icon in the address bar. So this is the padlock icon. That rounded symbol is padlock icon. So that displays a padlock icon in the address bar. So users can click on this icon to view the certification. So if you want to see the certification of that website, you can simply click on that padlock sign. That will gives the certificate details. So suppose I am having the websites like https optionmonster.com. optionmonster.com. I am surfing this website. And that website is displayed with the browser by along with the padlock sign symbol, and that sign symbol is indicating that secured. That sign symbol is indicating that secured, as well as it indirectly says that it is certified. It is certified with the SSL. It is certified with the SSL. So now you can see the contents of that website, and if you want to fill any form or registration form or login forms, you can fill all the fields. So here you click on that padlock sign that indicates that connection is secure. Connection is secure. So here what it displays your information. For example, passwords or credit card numbers is private when it is sent to this site. So that means whenever you are typing some data on this website, that all the data are to be encrypted and as well as confidentiality. All the data has to be encrypted as well as confidential. So that's why you can see the websites. Whenever you browse the websites, you have to check once again that website is to be a secured website or not. How you are going to check? This symbol, this padlock symbol indicates that it is secure. This website is secure, and it provides the certification details also. It provides certificate details also. So here, websites requiring personal data must have an active SSL certificate installed from a recognized certificate authority. Recognized certificate authority. And how does SSL works actually? So we know that SSL is nothing but simply providing the security for the website, but how it actually works? So see here, the SSL protects user information by encrypting the data being exchanged between the web server and the visitor's browser. So whenever you type in some information on the web browser, automatically that all the data has to be encrypted and provided in the server. When visiting a website, your browser will automatically check for an SSL certificate. And to see if it is valid and up to date. If the website's site certificate is valid as well as website's certificate is up to date, then only automatically it redirects to the web page. If a website certificate is correct, then the browser use the website's public key to encrypt the data. So if website certificate is correct, then browser what is doing here? The browser uses the website's public key to encrypt the data. Then they send this data back to the desired website server, where it is decrypted using both the public key and the secret private key. So here the step 1, user. So user wants to requesting for the connection through the browser. So now browser requests a connection with the server. So now server what is doing server here? The server sends a certificate with the public key. server send a certificate with the public key. Now the browser checks certificate validity. The browser checks certificate validity and encrypts the data using the public key. Encrypts the data using the public key. So the public key which is given by the server is taken by the client or browser. With that public key, encrypts the data using this public key, so that all the data whichever you entered by the user, is going to be confidential. Now server decrypts the data. Using the private key. So with the help of this private key, server automatically decrypts all the information that you are filled on the form. Suppose you can take any registration forms or login forms. Whenever you added some details on the registration form or login form, all the details are to be encrypted. And this encrypted data is to be forwarded to the server. Now server is what doing here? Server takes all the encrypted data, and server uses private key. With this private key, it decrypts the data. So automatically all the details which are entered by the user is going to be decrypted to the server side. Like the way the websites are going to be provide some security mechanism that the users visiting all the websites. So how does HTTPS works? And SSL explained. So this presume that SSL has already been issued by SSL issuing authority. So here the first one is what? User is going to be accessing a secure site. So now I am the user. I am going to accessing a secure site which is like HTTPS. Suppose I am typing here www.google.com. This is the website that I am going to surf right now. I am going to access it right now. So now it is checking the DNS record for IP address to find a website host. So now what I entered website is here. It is going to be check in the DNS record. So check the DNS record for IP address to find the website host. So website host, who is the website host for this google.com is going to be check in the DNS record. The next third one, website records found going to the host web server. Once it verifies the DNS record, so DNS records are always checking that the domains are existed or not. DNS records are always checking that the typed domains are there or not. So it is going to be verified in the DNS records. So after verifying the DNS records, the website records found, then it is going to be the host web server. So now the requesting a secure SSL connection from website host. Now the host is going to be requested for the secure SSL connection. Host is going for maintaining secure SSL connection. So after it is in the queue, for the requesting for SSL purpose, the host responds with valid SSL certificate. So host is responds with valid SSL certificate to the site which you are already requested. Now host responds with the validity. So after providing the SSL certificate with the host, the sixth point, a secure connection is now established. So automatically the transferred data, whatever the user is going to be entered, all the transferred data is encrypted right now. So now after encrypted, with the help of private key, after encrypted, all the data is to be encrypted. With the help of this private key, the server is going to be decrypt all the data. So now the data is going to be decrypted for the server side. Now the data is going to be decrypted for the server side. So this is the way the HTTP secure work will be assigning. And if the certificate is not correct, if the certificate is valid, then host responds with the valid SSL certificate. After that, secure connection is established right now. Now the transfer data is encrypted. If in case the site is not correct, certificate is not correct, then users will be warned that the connection is not private, like this. Your connection is not private. It is important that site owners fix this error as soon as possible so that they don't lose traffic. So your connection is not private, and here you can see the information. Attackers might be trying to steal your information from so and so. For example, like passwords, messages, or credit cards. And the error is nothing but error certified that semantic legacy. So now go to the back to safety and see whether the host is certified or not. So like the way you can understand that if the certificate is verified or if the certificate is not verified, so what is the problem you are going to face here? And how to get an SSL certificate for your website. How to get an SSL certificate. So domains are going to be maintaining the secure in browsers, but how it is going to be secure? Because you are going to provide SSL certificate. But how we are going to get an SSL certificate for our websites? So most of the companies are now offering their users free SSL certificate. So most of the companies are offering free SSL certificates. If your hosting provider does not offer any SSL certificate, then recommended using domain.com to purchase an SSL certificate. So this is one website which provides SSL certificates for free of cost. And this domain.com is among the largest domain registered services in the world. So this domain.com provides a registration as well as the certification, validation, verification. And they offer the most affordable SSL prices also. So for providing the SSL certificate also, they will charge some cost. Their SSL certificate come with minimum $10,000 security warranty and a trust logo seal. So with the $10,000 security warranty and trust logo seal, they are going to provide. So one is the free SSL certificates are going to be provided, as well as the domain.com, a site which provides SSL certificates with the cost of $10,000 with a security warranty and a trust logo seal. So here some of the security services over real-time communication. So first one is what? Privacy. So no one should read message except recipient. So no one should read the message except recipient. So even he's going to be he's trying to read that message, it is confidential. And second one is authentication. The recipient should know exactly who the sender is. So the person should be authenticated. For transfer purpose. So here the recipient should know exactly who the sender is. And integrity. And recipient should be able to tell whether message was altered in transit. So recipient should be able to tell that the message is any modified or not. Is there any alteration done or not? A non-repudiation. The recipient can prove that the sender really sent it. So if he is really sent that, then there is no non-repudiation. And a proof of submission. So verification to the sender that the mailer got it. Verification to the sent mail successful, sent delivered successful. So like that, the message is proof of message you have to receive. So verification to the sender that the mailer got it. And a proof of delivery. So sent successfully, received successfully, delivered successfully. So all the verification messages, verification to sender that the recipient got it. Verification to the sender that the recipient got it. And the message flow confidentiality. Message flow confidentiality. So eavesdropper cannot determine the sender's ID. So eavesdropper is nothing but loss of data in the middle of the transmission. Loss of the data in the middle of transmission. So at the moment of transmission, somewhere the data is going to be lost. So eavesdropper cannot determine the sender's ID also. Sender's ID also. So these are all the security services for the real-time communication that provides with the SSL certificates. And anonymity also. Anonymity is ability to send. So recipient does not know sender. So ability to send. So recipient does not know sender. Who is the sender? That message I got it. So containment. Ability to keep secure messages. Ability to keep secure messages from leaking out of a region. And audit. So logging of events having relevance to the security. So all the logging details, all the audit details are to be maintained. And accounting. So maintain usage statistics. Might charge for the services. So maintain usage statistics. And self-destruct. So message is destroyed on delivery. And message sequence integrity. So sequence of messages have arrived in order without loss. So each and every messages are received or sent in the order without any loss of information. So these are all the services that are provided with the help of SSL certificates or SSL transport layer. So in this session, we will revise what are the topics we discussed in this session. So here we discussed about the topic what is meant by SSL, which is an encryption technology that keeps sensitive data between web server and a web browser. So here we can see the symbol as HTTPS instead of HTTP. And here you can observe that the domain symbol is going to be shown that not secure, means the user cannot able to fill all the fields because the site is not going to be secure. But here you can observe that the website is secure because of the padding icon symbol is present. So now you can enter your details to be safe. And how actually SSL works. So the browser sends a browser request for the connection, and the server sends the certificate with the public key. After that, browser checks the certificate validity. After encryption the data, the server use the private key to decrypt the data. And how does HTTPS works? So how whether the DNS record is DNS record checks each and every domain, whether it is registered or not, whether it is resided or not. If not, then it discarded. If it is there, then requesting for SSL connection for the website host. So after requesting, the SSL host responds with the SSL certificate. After giving the SSL certificate, now the secure connection is established. So here, if the certificate is not correct, then it shows that your connection is not private. So again, you have to go to the back to safety, or else you can go to the advanced. And how to get an SSL certificate. So from where we are going to get that SSL certificates? So most of the companies are offered SSL certificates freely. But if you want to purchase it, you can use the domain.com website to purchase some certificates by paying $10,000 with a security warranty as well as trust logo seal. And the services, so security services over the real-time communication by using SSL certificates. So here some of the services: privacy, authentication, integrity, non-repudiation, proof of submission, proof of delivery, message flow confidentiality, anonymity, containment, audit, accounting, self-destruct, message sequence integrity. So these are all the different types of secure socket layer services provided over the real-time communication security with the help of this SSL architecture or SSL certificates. That is about the secure socket layer. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.